Manchester police were called here to Pine Road for that burglary. That's when dash cam footage shows police turning into this parking lot and the suspect attempts to flee. This dash cam footage shows a Manchester PD vehicle driving down Pine Road and turning into a parking lot. That's when the male suspect, wanted for a car break-in, quickly hops into a Honda Accord, swiping the police vehicle while fleeing.
The vehicle should have some paint transfer on the rear quarter panel on the passenger side from the impact with our police vehicle.
Police believe the car is a red Honda Accord between a 2003-2007 model. The suspect wanted for at least 10 other car break-ins that took place in the same area Thursday morning, not just breaking into unlocked cars, but also smashing windows.
The act of breaking windows to enter vehicles, a little bit different than what we've been normally seeing with individuals trying doors to see if there's any unlocked vehicles.
It's definitely scary.
Some neighbors tell us they did see glass in the parking lots Friday morning and aren't used to such crimes in their area.
This area of Manchester's never really been known for being huge in petty crimes or crimes in general.
As someone who, is younger, don't really have the means to just go out and buy cars often, it's definitely a concern, especially I know there's a lot of children in the area. People walk their dogs.
Police say the investigation is ongoing and a second suspect could be involved. If you have any information, you're urged to contact Manchester Police. In Manchester tonight, Nia Maldonado, Fox 61 News.